Time in Miami as the crowd looks to cheer on the Heat. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Today's game marks the continuation of the Clippers' road schedule.
Yeah, and remember, this is the second and final time these teams will see one another. So they're going to want to ensure things turn out a bit differently this time around. I expect them to be as aggressive as we've seen all season.
And maybe just more than wins and losses at stake. It could be pride. They'll be using everything in their arsenal to try and avoid the season sweep.
For Jaden Ivey, the offense, Brent, looks great. Defensively, though, there's a lot to improve on.
Well, sometimes as an individual defender, you can look worse because the team defense isn't there. And so there's been sort of this reflective quality about that. But for Jaden to take on or take the next step, certainly defensively, with all of that athletic ability, he could be elite on that end of the floor.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did speak with head coach Eric Spoelstra. Now, I asked him how they plan to limit the effectiveness of Kawhi Leonard. Coach said the thing with Kawhi is that even if you're able to slow him down offensively, he'll find a way to impact the game with his defense. He's one of the best two-way players the game has ever seen. So they won't have a moment's rest tonight, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. It's Giddey with the drive. And it's Leonard missing. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Ivey with it. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
And this is what you want Ivey doing, attacking lanes to the rim with confidence.
Randall outside. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Lively. And the Clippers miss again.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Klingon. Drills the three-pointer.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. That's some big dough.
Is it ever? It remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Right side, Smart. They need this one. And that one drops for him.
And that's an error by the D. You can't give someone like Smart that kind of position inside.
Driving the lane. Ivey with the bucket.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. From outside the arc. And stolen by Ivey. And now Ivey running the floor all by himself. And slam dunk by Ivey.
Wow, Ivey just takes off That high-effort transition play, that's what will make him an asset moving forward.
Pass to Leonard. A 3-ball. And Klingon pulls it down. Back to Ivy. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins. And that's 12 points for Jaden Ivey.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
That one good for 2.
Yeah, Randall's not passing that one up. Fantastic job at converting when he's got the kind of position like that.
Now Ivy, 12 points for him. Good on the triple. And that's now 6 points for Donovan Klingon.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Pass to Bargnani. Launches a 3. Eason grabs the board. Miami leading by 14. And here's Ivy. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Three seconds left. Doesn't go that time. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Heat out front. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Miami.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
First team foul.
Here's Randall. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, my potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say with what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by. Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream. Ivy on the wing. Here's Gafford. Still without a basket. Lock at 6. Here's Ivy. Off target from three-point range. Clippers trailed by 8. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Several teams changing it up here. Randall surveying the D. Shoots over Covington. Randall no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Covington wide open. He fires. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Covington's got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Randall. Pass to Lively. And the Clippers miss again. Miami leading by 11. Williams attacking. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, a natural scorer. Ivy is developing into a tremendous playmaker.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Both teams deciding to change it up. Clippers trail by 13. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Giddey, no good.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Here's Porter to the wing on the left. Wide open look here for Klingon. The three-pointer, no good. Done outside. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kicked by Randall. From past the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Randall's got 7 points.
Well, improving his three-point range and confidence and rhythm from the three-point line, that's opening up some things for Julius Randle.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy.
Substitution on the court.
Now, here's Ivy. 12 points for him. The kick out to Porter. Pass to Wiggins. Eason, the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Now, Ivy. In the corner, it's Eason. Three-pointers off the mark.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Pass to Bargnani. And they'll turn it over. Did not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Substitution. Number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
Well, Heat leading by 10. In the corner, it's Eason. A three-pointer is right on target.
Great vision from Ivy. That's what sets him apart at the two-guard spot.
46 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Leonard. Pick by Bargnani. Second chance shot. And it's good on the way in.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. To the paint. Hits it out to Wiggins. Smart with the steal. And here we go. Leonard dunks it down with force.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
Here's Eason. That shot no good. And so it's the Miami Heat in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. And we've got more in 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And Brent, if the super team era is indeed coming to a close, the Miami Heat were one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David. Back to Randall. Inside. Bargnani. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And both free throws good from Bargnani. Brent, some early success for Josh Giddey in the NBA. When you look at his game, what do you like most?
I love the vision, Kevin. This guy is one of the most creative passers that the NBA has and is willing to take some risks. And the reason he does that is he has confidence in his teammates. But that vision by Josh Giddey is something special.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Bargnani inside the three-point line. Miami grabs the miss.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
First team foul.
Johnson with it. Nothing on the board. Pass to Wiggins. The offensive rebound. Wiggins' shot is off. Clippers trail by 12. And there's the call. It'll go on Cody Williams.
Timeout.
That's his first foul. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Make some noise once again for your Miami Heat dancer.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Picked by Bargnani. Smart, wide open, he fires. Los Angeles with another miss.
It might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Here's Ivy. Driving in. Can't cash in from close range. For the finish. And Covington sends it back.
The rejection. Covington, good job defensively.
Klingen's shot is off.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Smart on the wing. Pulls from the top of the key. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. The shot by Ivy, no good. Clippers trail by 12. Pass to Bogdanovich. Now, here is Bargnani. Back to Bogdanovich. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Donovan Klingen.
Well, Bogdanovich being a little bit crafty there, knowing the defense was closing in on him, and drew the contact. Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Pass to Klingen. Smart with the steal. Now here's Giddey. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Giddey sees things before they happen. And so one of the things that he probably wrestles with is trying to do too much and overthink for his teammates. But there's no doubt his IQ is on display when he's on the floor.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Pass to Covington. And here's Wiggins. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 6. Back to Wiggins. Miami no good on that time either. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Outside, Sexton. And it's Miami with the rebound. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. And that game concludes a 5-game homestand. And a wide open look for Porter. Connects from 3-point range. Well, Porter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Giddey. Picked by Randall. And it's denied.
This has been a night where you can look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now Giddey. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 9.
Now, he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back.
25.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The Heat leading by 12. And here's Ivy. That one, no good. Great D that time from Leonard. Outside, Smart. Sexton for 3. Trains the three-pointer.
Well, Sexton feeling it right now, being assertive and getting to the spots on the floor that he wants to operate.
Driving to the basket. Leonard brings the double team. Wiggins outside. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, we settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Here's Williams. It's rebounded by Bargnani. Clippers trail by 11. Sexton for 3. Eason grabs the board. Outside Williams. Eason the screen. Pass to Ivy. Lets the 3 fly. Fails to fall. Miss number 6 now shooting 50%. He's taken 12 shots. Wiggins with the block.
Well done, Andrew Wiggins. If he can sustain that kind of energy on the defensive end, boy, he's an asset out there. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
During that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. Now, his perspective was to play like we're behind. He said that's the energy we need right now. We haven't won anything yet. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Giddey. Kicks it out to Bargnani. And that comes off the assist by Giddey.
And Giddey with a little giddy up on that pass.
Pass to Covington. Good ball movement here by Miami. Eason gets a wide open look. buries the long-range jumper. And the Heat lead by 9.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Here's Giddey. Rebound by the Heat.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
In the corner, it's Eason. And the shot is good. And now an 11-point Heat lead.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, it feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Pass to Bargnani. Wide open. He squares up and sinks it.
Well, with Leonard on the floor, the team's always going to function a little bit better as a whole. And some of that comes from his unselfish play.
There's a minute 34 left to play here in the fourth. And the slam by Williams.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
The kick out to Williams. Eason, the screen. Wiggins outside. Now, here's Ivy. Pass to Covington. Eason with it. And the three off target. 50 seconds left in the fourth. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's Leonard missing. Miami with the ball. They have a 9-point lead. Wiggins surveying the floor. Back to Ivy. To the inside. Eason. And there it is for him. And the Heat lead by 11. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
That got bad lip feeling. Scouts all on my brand new rigs. I'm trying to make them feel vintage. I would run ugly city. Get a real trench. Yeah, but he ain't. I wouldn't split my with him. He's down there still a stack. He was trying to make a meal with him. When I call you twin, your eyes, my eyes, I promise I go spin with her bestie. They hope I'm throwing. You know I can't be. I hit the club with a special dough, you ain't need to know it open. I went flat broke so many times, couldn't tell cause I ain't sure. I'm such a rock star, man, his rips and all my clothes. It's tatted, I'm responsible for you. I'm good at in there thug and think this class with my bag, they saying I smell funny. Killing the game is all on. My young shaking some. 10K that's play money. I buy your base some. I spread some in blue hunt, look like I'm neighbor. I'll be back in the morning. Tell me how much you want it. You know these bags are strong. You break, you buy, you bust it open. They hang up posters where the reward my swag was stolen. He wanted to. I put up stuff 20,000 skinny pants. I call that a Harriet to me. I be made my no cat machine. I'm pop my like baby, cause this outfit 3600. I fall in the club like so many. Be scared to tell.